Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Patience Ogunbona, and I'm here to share with you about how you can harness your strengths and thrive by being able to transform your breakdown into your breakthrough. In this climate that we're in, I believe that this is a message of the hour. This is a message for somebody who would be watching this today. This is a message for somebody who needs this desperately to know that down does not mean out. Who needs to know that what does not kill you can make you stronger? Who needs to know that when it comes to the preciousness of life or precious things in life? For example, a diamond needs to be chopped and chiseled to come out looking nice and proper to be able to go into something that will be useful and will last for a long time. Same thing with gold. Gold needs to go through the furnace and through the fire to come out shining and again to be toughened. So, what challenges do to us is that they can toughen us to become better people. And of course, through the challenges of life, I have been able to find ways of being able to harness my strengths in order to thrive. Hidden underneath it all are strengths that we can harness to thrive. So today is all about sharing with you how we do that. How do we do that? How do you get to harness your strengths and thrive? Come along with me on this journey as I share with you and as I help you to harness your strengths and thrive. Like I said, my name is Patience Ogunbona, and I'm here to share with you on how you can harness your strengths and thrive and transform your breakdown into your breakthrough. I'm an executive transformational coach, a corporate and business trainer. I'm an international inspirational speaker and author. So you will hear me on many platforms, on radio, soon on podcast as well, on YouTube, and on all the social media channels. And I'm here to inspire you, to let you know that you don't have to give up on your journey. You don't have to break down without allowing it to create in you strength that you can use to overcome and break through. So let's get on with it. Let's go into it. I want to start by sharing with you today. On this quote. And this quote says, strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't do. Why is this important? Why does this sound exciting to me? It is because when you think about it, it's only when you go to the gym and start lifting weights that you realize what size of weights you can lift and how much capacity you've got. Therefore, in the past, what you can do does not hold in itself the clue to who you can be. But when challenges come, when you arise to the challenges, you find your strength, you know who you are, and you know how you can overcome. So therefore, I want you to understand this other truth. This is a truth that I live by, and it is that difficult roads can lead to beautiful destinations. How did I come up with this principle, this mindset? I'm going to share part of a story with you, and that is that in 2016, I woke up one day on a Thursday and I couldn't see through my left eye. Prior to this, I had had lots and lots of headaches, lots and lots of cluster headaches, and these headaches were challenging in themselves. Prior to having headaches, I had suffered a loss where I lost my mother. Very tragically, she was supposed to come round on a Friday and she died on a Tuesday. She was supposed to come for us to meet, for her to get the help that she needed, and she died on a Tuesday, didn't make it to a Friday. I internalized this and didn't express my grief as much as I should, and this led to a lot of ill health, some of which are residual today. However, through that, I woke up on a Thursday and my eye was gone and I couldn't see anymore. I lay in the hospital for 4 days, probed and checked, and all sorts of tests you can do on a person was done on me. Nothing showed up, nothing at all. However, I had to leave the hospital and discharge and go home with the situation that I was in. I had to head off the way I was. So what did I do? I came back home and I had to start fighting. I didn't know I had the strength in me to be able to overcome. As you can see, I've got both eyes and I can see now. But that experience, that particular experience, is part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today. It's part of the reason why I chose to take the leap. When I miraculously got my sight back through a series of faith moves, faith moves of refusing to accept the hand that life dealt me, I found myself face to face with another decision once I received my sight. I haven't told God that I was going to change my life. I began to find strength that I didn't know I had, and I began to move forward with setting up my coaching business, with setting up training, with beginning to make a difference and impacting people's lives. This is part of the story that got me here today, but as we go on, I will share more. I just wanted to give you a snippet to help and encourage somebody that you're listening to me because of my lived experience, which I'm trying to share with you, but also because I have used this lived experience to make a difference to other people. And out of it, the furnace, like I told you, comes something beautiful. So, what has come out of this furnace is what I call Harness Your Strengths and Thrive Transformational Coaching Package. And it is something that I have devised and I will be sharing with you and talking to you about it. It is a 4-step framework that helps you to move from a place of breakdown into your breakthrough, but to be able to harness your strengths through this process to thrive. So, a bit about me. A bit about me. Why should you listen to me? What makes a difference? I want to start with my values because I believe at the core, everybody should be known through their values. You should experience people through their values. So about me, I've got what I call the 5 pillars by which I live, and that is family. Family is very important to me. I'm a mother of 2 and I've been married for 24 years. And I know that these have been hard fought for and I feel blessed about them. And I don't compromise on that. Is my first pillar. My second pillar is actually my faith. My faith anchors me. And like I said, the difficult road and the difficult journey that I went through, I was able to overcome only because I tuned into my faith. I found the strength from nowhere to believe that I could receive back that which was lost, and I got it back. Now, the third pillar would be freedom. Freedom to be, do, and have is very important to me. And not only do I desire freedom for myself, I desire freedom for everybody. Is there something that is sucking the life out of you, holding you back from fulfilling purpose? Then freedom is the answer. And the strategies and tools that you need to achieve freedom is what you need to be looking for. And my fourth pillar is fun. I love to have fun. I love to bring fun to everything I do. And as you can see, I'm very colorful because it's fun to be colorful. And the slides you're looking at are colorful as well. Finally, in the middle of it all, what I'm looking for is whatever I do, I need to find alignment and fulfillment in it. And so, aside from that, professionally, I've already told you that I'm a transformational coach, and I'm a transformational coach who has been certified through the John Maxwell team, and I'm an executive director as well as a member of the Presidential Advisory Council. Alongside that, I have communities, a community of women known as the Visionary Introverted Women community, and Women's Vibe, which is a membership that I run for people starting out in business, looking to develop their business gradually and looking for tips and tools that will help them do that. Underneath it all, a canopy called ATI Coaching is my company, and it's ATI Coaching Consulting and Training Limited. It's the canopy under which all my services exist. I love to help people, and I love to help specifically introverted women. So I am known as the Visionary Introverted Woman, working with leaders, professionals, and entrepreneurs to be able to empower you to thrive and create increased impact, influence, and income in the world. That is who I am. So I always say that the introverted woman has got superpowers, and accepting myself has made a difference to what I can offer to the world. I want to start also share with you that one of the things I realized on my journey is the fact that we always look at our weaknesses and they hold us back. But I love this quote by Marianne Williamson that says, "It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us." We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? And I want you to now change it to, actually, who are you not to be? Why can't you be all that you want to be? What is that breakdown? What is that challenge in life that is defining you at the moment? I want you to process that. What is it that is actually making you deny your brilliance and deny your light? And therefore, for me, in order to be able to shine my light, my mission is to empower and be a catalyst of transformation and business success for 2,000 women by December 2021. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do that by talking to you today and hoping that when my message reaches you, it will change your life and you spread that message to other people. But not only that, on a one-to-one basis, I'm happy to work to help and show my framework that will be used to make a difference to your life. So join me as I talk about the ways that you can overcome your challenges. So first of all, I want to say that, what are some key reasons for a breakdown? The first one, typically, life happens. We are not in control. Sometimes we feel that we are and we're not. And life just happens. And when life happens, they say you got to roll with the punches. Now, I've highlighted the refusal to change and face it, because once life happens, you have a choice to make. You cannot face challenges in life with the person you were. You've got to find strength from within. Just like the example of going to the gym. You only lift the bigger dumbbells by being able to develop your muscles. So you have to face the challenge. And it's about others as well. We face challenges in life and we get to a place of breakdown when others around us refuse to change, and that impacts on our lives. Quite simply, that's also something we don't have control over. But change we do, facing it we do, and finding ways to overcome we do. So, what do you need to do? You want to be able to discover your strengths. That's how you face it. You want to play to those strengths, and then you want to turn your weaknesses into strengths. This, for me, is the bottom line of how you transform from a breakdown into a breakthrough, and how you harness your strengths to thrive. You turn weaknesses into strengths, you play to your strengths, and you discover them as well. Okay, so that is all contained within this framework that I'm going to share with you and talk to you about today, with the help of stories that come across from myself and from others that I have worked with. So let's start off. We start off with the breakdown itself. The first part of this framework is the breakdown itself. What does it reveal? What is it going to reveal about you? What are you going to let it reveal about you? You see, the truth about it is, when we suffer a breakdown, even in this crisis that we're in, for 2020 and 2021, where the world has changed, you need to allow what is happening at the moment to show you what it is about you that can be used to be able to achieve. But what is it that you need to also get rid of in your life to be able to move forward? It's a time that we have paused, and as a result of that pause, we need to reflect. We need to take stock of our lives. And in so doing, we'll be able to reveal what is it exactly that is in our lives that is not serving you and leading you where you want to go at the moment. Sometimes we suffer a breakdown because we are refusing change, because we are refusing transformation, and we're fighting against and going against the grain. Think about it. When you go against the grain, you are shoving and shoving. And what happens? It can be a painful process. You sometimes have to yield to the process to allow it to reveal what needs to change. So, in doing that, I want you to understand that if you are afraid to surrender because you don't want to lose control, you must recognize that in a breakdown, you actually do not have control. You are actually in a state of anxiety, and what you are going through is a state of what some people say, oh, I'm in my comfort zone. Actually, I don't know why it's called the comfort zone, because it's you suffer a lot of discomfort as a result of the anxiety you face from refusal to change. So that's important to remember, that change and building your strengths is the only way that you're going to be able to not walk through to your breakthrough, right? So that brings me to the second part of this framework. The second part of this framework is what I call the break up. So I love the picture of this lady walking away and being held back and in her sassy red shoes. So sassy because, she's decided, I'm going to put on my high heels and I'm going to walk away. So when we realize and reveal the things that are holding us back, that is stopping you from making progress, you need to go on a journey of removing them, which can be a painful process. It's like ripping up the band-aid, it's like ripping up the plaster, it's like stepping out and leaping out of your comfort zone. So it's going to be uncomfortable, it's going to be hard to do, but by doing that, you're going to jump through hoops and barriers that have stopped you from getting to your next level. You're going to have to face the devil for the next level, because they say new level, new devil. But in so doing, you have to remove the things that are weighing you down, the things that are holding you back from being able to move forward. So at this point, I want to share with you the story of one of my clients. Her name is Carolina. So when I met her, she was settling down in a life that she wasn't happy with, and she didn't know what way to get out of it. Neither did she know the reasons why the things that were happening were happening. On the very first session, we were able to dig deep. There were little things and things that she couldn't do. For example, a lot of anxiety, not being able to go on her own, and a lot of dependency on her partner, her husband, to do all many things for her, and not empowering and educating herself to be able to move forward. We were able to go through and unravel the reasons why this was the case, the reasons for the fear, the underlying factors that were holding her back. Coming through from all of these, she was able to then begin to remove them. She was able to start moving forward. And as you can see, this is her testimony, because I was able to work with her and she was able to step out of fear and comfort into developing strategies that help her to move forward. I can tell you that moving from a depressed person who was dissatisfied with her job, she's now a very, very successful financial consultant that is helping families save money. And that happened within a period of 18 months of knowing me and working with me, but also being able to harness her strengths and also gain opportunity from her association with me. So we've talked about the reveal and we've talked about the remove. We now go to the next session, which is we want to talk about the next part of the framework. But before we do that, one of the things I want to say is that this is exactly what happened. She was willing to die to any form of herself that had been, so she could birth the woman she's becoming. This is a quote by Lisa Nichols that I love, because it exactly says what happened to Carolina, what she had to go through to be able to become the woman she's becoming today. And even more so, there's a lot to reveal to become. So the next part of this framework is to rejuvenate. You are going to need to rejuvenate, and to rejuvenate, you need to believe. What you take out of your life, if you've removed things, guess what? The space is so clean. You remember the story of the guy with the mental issues and who was living in the tombs and who had a lot of lesions of issues in his life? Of course. So when this disappeared out of his life, he needed to replace it, because guess what? When you remove something, if you don't replace it with the right things, the old ones creep back and they become stronger because they're not willing to let you go. So you need to rejuvenate, and to rejuvenate, you got to believe. You got to believe that it is possible. You got to believe that you can achieve it. You got to believe that it will work. And so you believe in order to be able to succeed and achieve. And the truth about it is, part of the reason why life gets so warped and things happen to us is because our sense of identity, and we go through a period of having an identity crisis. Therefore, it's time to begin to change your I am statements. Your I am statements need to change, they need to transform. And here are some of the few that I believe have made a difference to my life and to those of my clients. I am enough. I am amazing. I can do all things I want to do to succeed. I am lovable. I am free to choose who I am becoming. I am a conqueror. I have an overflow of abundance and I'm transforming and growing my wings to soar. How about that? How about that to replace and to rejuvenate who you are becoming? So important that we focus on what the self-talk is and what we're telling ourselves. Finally, the next part of this framework is to renew. And in order to renew, you need to bet on yourself. And when I say bet on yourself, of course, a seed that stays dormant and doesn't get watered will never grow. So if you have planted yourself in a different soil and you've rejuvenated yourself from the inside, you need to begin to invest in yourself. And when we talk about investment, people think about big things. It's little things. Are you going to buy new books to read? Are you going to change your habits? I gave you an example of my client. One of the things she never did was read. Now she's a believer. She reads as much as possible. And this gives her insights. And it's a habit she had to create, she had to form. High I can't became high I can. And that is why you need to work on these things to be able to achieve the best that life has to offer, the best that you haven't seen. This is another of my clients I want to talk about, and this is Roxanne. Roxanne met me at a time when she felt, as she said in her own words, she felt invisible. She felt that she couldn't make progress in life, and she felt stuck. And obviously, I've been there. I've been to a stuck place. I've been to a place, and I'm going to share my story, like I said. And as a result of that, meeting me, she was able to walk through. She was able to go through the process of rejuvenating herself again, of finding herself again. And by investing in coaching, which I had to offer, she renewed her commitment to her dreams and her goals and was able to now find her voice and set up her business and begin to thrive again. This is why it's important for you to recognize that there are three things here that you need to, take on board. And this is, until we make the unconscious conscious, it continues to control our lives, and we call it faith. You also need to remember that the living soul of man, once conscious of his power, cannot be quelled. So when you reveal and you you begin to realize, actually this is holding me back, and there's a lot about me and that I need to improve. And that means that you've known now, you can't unknow it. You've got to move forward and invest in growth. What makes you what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what that difference is. It's now up to you to decide, how do you renew yourself? What's the difference that you want to come out of your life? What's the change that you want to happen as a result of who you are? What's the legacy that you want to live? Yeah. And it's all about not conforming to the pattern of the way of thinking. I love this because I'm a person of faith. Like I said, this scripture has always resonated with me. And the reason why it resonates with me is the last bit. So it says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. As we all know, as far as I'm concerned, God's will for us is to prosper and to have all that we need. But can you prosper without knowing and transforming your mind? For me, the answer is no. Is that transformation? Is that going through that process that makes a difference? So, and this is the process. This is the process that I believe that will make a difference, that I believe that will help you transform and move from a breakdown into a breakthrough. Is to reveal the things in you, both good and bad, that you need to reveal. To remove the ones that are not serving you, they are not leading you where you are going. And to rejuvenate by changing your language, changing the things that you were doing. And then to renew by investing, bringing in new things, bringing in new power, bringing in new light into your life. What does this look like? It looks like this in a framework. It looks like this in a framework, and it starts with self-awareness, understanding of your image and what you want to create. And then you go ahead and strengthen your mind and remove the blocks that have held you back. And then you maximize your strengths, you develop them, you develop emotional intelligence and the confidence to go for it. And you increase your consciousness, you choose an aligned path, you invest in yourself. Because why? You are worth it. And if I can help you to be able to do this, I'll be excited and I'll be honored to be on with you on this transformational journey. And if you give me a month, we'll be able to work together to be able to get this going for you. And therefore, with 4 coaching sessions, we'll reveal the blind spots and areas you need to take charge of to change. And then we will work on a 90-day plan that transcends the time we work together, that gives you action points you can follow. This allows you to go through and remove and rejuvenate and continue your process of growth and your process of transformation. And I'll mentor you to renew your mind and renew your commitment to who you know you can be. You have access to my leadership training that allows you to work on your leadership and assertiveness, because guess what? It's through us leading our lives to the promised land that we get the results we want. And then the insights that will help you to understand how emotional intelligence works and what it makes a difference, how it makes a difference to who you are. And then personality insights that will help you to find the alignment and courage to become your authentic and true self. How does that sound? So if you want to take charge and start winning, therefore, you need to consider, where are you at the moment? Are you in a space where you're truly fed up of going around in circles and you're feeling the pain of being broken? So you want to be moving from that breakdown. And if you feel that you are gifted, talented, and want to show up powerfully in your life, you desire to develop unwavering self-belief. You desire to get rid of procrastination, overwhelm, and master the skills that high achievers use to succeed. You want to decide for yourself that you are going to make a difference, that you want to follow a pathway to accomplish your life goals. And you're not clear currently about the pathway that you're on, and you're seeking to tune in and find the alignment that you need. Alignment gives us focus and direction and clarity, and helps with momentum towards a desired vision. So if that is you, then this is definitely for you. This works for you. This will make a difference to your life. For an investment, if you want to renew your mind, if you want to renew your life, if you want to renew your commitment to achieving your goals and thriving, it's you invest in yourself. And that's an investment of 1997. For a coaching package that is valued at 5997, I think you're getting a big deal. I understand the climate and the challenges we face now, and I know that I can make a difference. And as a bonus as well, you get 90 minutes coaching and strategy session. If you pay in full, there is an opportunity to have a package of installment payments if you want to go down that route. So whatever you do, I'm there to be able to offer you support that will make a difference to your life and help you to harness your strengths so that you can thrive. So I promised you that I was going to share my story, and here's the story. Last year, I suffered what you call a total breakdown. I had an identity crisis. So this is proceeding from 2016, where I began. I didn't have clarity for my business. I didn't know where I was going to go. I went on the journey and used exactly what I'm telling you now. I took time out, and a 90-day period, I worked on myself. I looked at myself. I used the tools that I use for my clients. DISC, emotional intelligence. I used it for myself. I also got myself a coach. Through this process, I was able to recognize that not only was I playing small, I was dancing to a tune that was not aligned with my life and where I wanted to be, where I wanted to go, and who I knew I could be. And as a result of that, I worked on myself. Today, I have consistent income, I have consistent opportunities, but I also got cured from anxiety, constant anxiety and worry, and constantly feeling small, feeling low, feeling not worth it in life. And I'm sitting in front of you today because of that journey that I have made. It's not, some of you might think my journey is not fantastic, it's not great. I've not suffered abuse. I haven't suffered abuse. I thank God for that. But that does not mean that your story is not relevant and that you cannot succeed. And some people might want to belittle your struggle at the moment. I tell you, your struggle is your struggle. And whatever it is, you can achieve a breakthrough. You can come out of whatever fire is going through in your life now to achieve your own breakthrough as well. So if you want to join me and you want to get in touch and book your space so that you make it a 2021, then I want to invite you to come along. Starts in March. I have opportunity and spaces to be able to accommodate. It's a one-on-one situation, so it's not a group thing, because I enjoy, guess what, working one-on-one. And I know that people get quicker results that way. I know that I do group stuff as well, but I also enjoy working one-to-one. So if this is you and you need that one-on-one support, I'm here to help you to be able to achieve it. Here are my details if you want to get in touch with me. I hope that it's been valuable to you to take in what I've had to say and to take in the framework that I've shared with you today. It leaves for me to just leave you with some messages. If you want to get in touch with me and also connect with me on the different platforms, you can find me all over social media, I have to say. Yeah, I'm prolific at connecting. I'm prolific at finding opportunities to grow. So you can find me all over social media if you're looking for support, if you're looking to connect, if you're looking for the person who can help you, especially if you're an introverted woman. It leaves me to share with you this, that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And in fact, is it a comfort zone or a discomfort zone at the moment? Are you going through challenges? Can you face it and harness your strengths? I want you to know that you can be awesome today and you can achieve your goals. So get in touch with me. Let me know what you're going through. Let me know if this has made a difference to your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this process with me. Thank you for taking the time to be able to let me come into your world, to share with you and to make a difference. So it leaves me to tell you that, it's all going down well for you, and you can be whoever you want to be. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to be part of this session with me today. I'm wishing you all the very, very best in all the things that you do and in all the challenges that you might face. I'm wishing you all the very, very best, and say take care and God bless.